So I met Sam Fender over the summer after his show, and this is that story.
Thank you so much for your music. Your second album,
Did you enjoy the
All great stories have a genesis, and this story does not start with Sam Fender. It actually starts with Bruce Springsteen. I was working a graveyard shift at a security company, and all I could do there was put headphones on and listen to music. From time to time, I would try to do some writing, some reading. My Kindle was my best friend. Nothing was really happening for me at that time. And then I heard Dancing in the Dark, and everything changed. I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning. That was exactly my life, working that graveyard shift at the security place. The thing that blew me away was how this man was singing about my life back in the 80s. It just drove me insane. There's even a line in Dancing in the Dark talking about how he's having difficulties finishing his book. It was just so meta in so many different levels. That made me go through all of his albums, and I realized there was so much aggression and passion and muscles in his voice, and yet the lyrics were so serene and sincere and emotional. Those two ought to be at the different ends of the spectrum, and yet he found a way to blend them and make it one. So, cut to 2021. I'm a huge Springsteen fan now. I have his vinyls. I have watched every YouTube video ever on Springsteen. All of the polyphonic stuff, live performances, bootleg audios, podcasts about Springsteen, podcasts of Springsteen, everything. And by complete chance and happenstance, I listened to Hypersonic Missiles by this Newcastle singer called Sam Fender. Among the serenading saxophones and crooning voice, a boy sings about a world that is very unfamiliar to him. But it sounds so familiar to me, and it's really weird because it's reminding me of Bruce. It's finally happened. There is an heir, a long-lost bastard child. The boss has an assistant. I needed to have this music. I needed to understand it. Where was it coming from? This is a person who's not much older than I am. This is my generation talking about my problems. I went through Sam's entire catalog. Dead Boys EP, Hypersonic Missiles, the whole album, covers, landed onto Dancing in the Dark. My theory was solidified.
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. Come on home in the morning. I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored of myself. Either baby, I could use just a little help.
And then weird things started to happen. I started to hear him everywhere. It was like buying a new car and you see it on the road all the time. It was literally like that. John Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls is calling him the voice of his generation.
There's this guy, Sam Fender, who I love Sam Fender. And I'm like, this kid could be the voice of his generation.
Noel Gallagher is shitting on him. Liam is loving him. What's happening?
I don't know, man. It's mad, isn't it? You'll probably realise when you're number 2 next week.
Now cut to that fateful summer night. This was a social experiment I was doing, going on concerts alone. I usually go with a lot of friends, but this was one of those things that I wanted to experience myself. I wanted to enjoy the music that I loved in my own element, and I wasn't disappointed. The show started, people were sweating, Sam was sweating, People were bouncing, dancing, singing, raging. There were people crying and screaming out loud to the words before he even sang them. People were singing the melodies of his songs. There was calamity, and then there was grace. There was purpose, and then there was action. There was song, and then there was rhythm. It was magical. The show ran for about 90 minutes. Sam gave it his all out on stage. I don't think he had an ounce of his self left in him. Everything was out on that stage and dispersed through the fans equally. His voice was hoarse. He was sweating bricks. We were sweating bricks. Everybody was jumping. It was a shared, unified experience for everyone. And then the show ended and we all went out. I sat at the curb for like 10 to 15 minutes just soaking it in. The night was beautiful. It was cool. His name was on the marquee. I was just having a blast. And then after a while, pops Sam Fender out from the front door, smoking a cigarette, beer in his hand. What? He's just there, chilling, taking photos, talking to everyone, waiting for his cousin. That's the kind of guy he is. He was nominated as the Enemy Artist of the Year. He won a bunch of Brits, #1 selling act of 2021, waiting for his cousin outside on the road in Toronto. And then I met him.
Thank you so much for your music. Your second album.
Did you enjoy the RV? Yeah, the RV. No, the RV. No, I didn't enjoy the RV.
Meeting him was surreal because my summer 2022 was defined with his music. He was the soundtrack to a lot of my great moments of that year. And there he was, standing in front of me. No security, no nothing, just talking to everyone. I went up to him and I managed to mumble something incoherent out of my mouth and he gave me a hug. I think I told him about how I came here alone and this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me. He just gave me a hug and he talked to me about it and I told him about the Springsteen thing.
You're absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. The second coming of Bruce Springsteen, that's what I say. And thank you so much for your music. Your second album.
Did you enjoy the RV?
And then he signed my shirt.
Sam, I'm gonna sign my shirt as well.
Yes, this shirt.
Sign my shirt.
What?
Do it. Yeah. Thanks.
Absolutely wild. I've been very lucky with meeting my heroes and not being disappointed with them. Sam, if not a hero, is definitely a lad. Like, he's the type of guy I would want in my friend circle. He's a good conscience friend that would make sure that you're doing good. Springsteen inspired Fender, who inspired me. My art is in direct correlation to Springsteen and Sam. One cannot exist without the other. Meeting Sam and telling him that was worth it. It was worth the price of admission. It was worth going alone. Getting an opportunity to tell someone that they inspired you should always be a preferred experience. And opportunities like that are hard to come by. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my video. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This happened a few months ago, so I just had these videos lining up. Finally took the chance and I made it, and I'm so happy that I did. If you guys like this video, please feel free to subscribe for more content like this. Tell your friends, tell your girlfriends, tell your boyfriends, tell everyone about this video. Tell everyone about how awesome Sam Fender is. And also, what's your favorite Sam Fender song? Currently mine is Dead Boys or The Borders, one of those. And if you like what you saw, please feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, stick out for more. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.